Yeah, like Luna Classic just broke that 15-minute downtrend. If you don't check the YouTube, see what that's all about. I can also share my screen on Discord. I drew this trend line, and we this based off of the trend line started back on the 2nd of September on our all-time high of the week. And then as we were downtrending to just right now, we broke the uptrend. But sometimes what we may see after breaking an uptrend, we can retrace back inside and come down halfway before going up higher to liquidate the people that try to go long at these price levels. So wouldn't surprise me one bit. But yeah, we broke the uptrend. I posted on Twitter like before this uptrend was broken, just letting people know that it's very possible that we could break the uptrend. I meant break the downtrend and go up. I did a few Doge scalps tonight. Very interesting. I'm gonna get YouTube chat set up as well so that we don't get those spam bots as frequently.
How's it going?
It's good. It's going good.
Well, you're on late, man.
Yeah, I come in every now and then, but I came in mainly because I saw the CFO from Bed Bath & Beyond jumped out of.
We are live on YouTube, by the way. But yeah, okay. I understand what you're about to say. You can share the story if you want to.
I just saw it. I don't know what happened, so by all means, you can tell the tale.
I'm going to go ahead and tell the tale from what I understand. We don't have 100% confirmation that he jumped. And we'll probably get more news coming out this week.
It takes a couple weeks for a story like this to really...
So I'm not going to be brave like the news and automatically assumed he jumped. Because what if he didn't jump? His family member is going to sue all those news organizations. If he didn't jump, if he was pushed, right? So we don't know.
What are they saying, though?
We don't know. They're all copying and pasting each other. That's how the news works, so...
But I thought this was weird after Bed Bath & Beyond being in the news recently and making money and, you know, just the goings on of what's going on with it. And then next thing you know, the CFO is out the window. What the fuck?
Yep. It's very crazy. It's very wild. Oh, man. We don't know everything yet, though, but I do know that he was under investigation for securities fraud before this happened, and he got rid of his shares quite a long time ago, enough to move money around.
I don't think that's worth jumping out a damn window.
Yeah, we don't know if he jumped, so let's stop saying he jumped for now. Like, let's not be the type of people that regurgitate the news. Like, they've been wrong many times before in America, and they've accused people of suicide and stuff that probably not true every case. So,
well, a story like this, you need to wait like a couple weeks because people talk, and then people talk, and then there's real stuff that you have to figure out. And even then, it's like 2 months afterwards that you start to really hear the real story of what was going on.
He was cheating on his wife.
It's all conspiracy.
Dude, it could even be somebody cheating on his wife, man. That shit's happened before.
Bed Bath & Beyond stopped selling those My Pillows from Mike Lindell. You go woke, you go broke.
But anyway, the little bit I was reading, it just said that he sold a little bit of his stock. Just 40,000 shares when he had
55,000. That's a lot. That's a lot.
He had more though, even more than that.
Yeah. So very interesting. Hard to definitely get out of everything.
Well, not only that, it puts the shares of his that he owns in lock, meaning they're not going to be sold for a while. And I guess it could even be brought up who's in his will for that matter.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the shares are a part of the estate or if he's got any debts or anything like that. So his shares of Bed Bath & Beyond, which are 260,000, are going to be held in limbo for quite some time.
He might have been under investigation too. Who knows?
No, he has already reported he was under an investigation before for securities fraud.
Was he indicted though?
No, it takes a lot longer. It was very recently when he got investigated.
Yeah. I mean, if it was all because of that, I think he jumped the gun a little bit, man. Shit.
Hey, well, you're jumping the gun saying he jumped out of the building too, so.
True that, but you can still be pressured to jump out of the building. Do you have
a video showing he jumped out the window? If you have a video, I'll believe that he jumped out the window. But if there's no video in a city full of video cameras not showing him jumping out the window, I'm not going to believe he jumped out the window.
So here's the thing, though, Tame. In New York City and skyscrapers, you can't open the window.
Some of them you can. Some of them you can get balcony access.
Yeah, that's balcony, but this is a window. This wasn't a balcony. Otherwise, I would imagine they would have said balcony. And those are usually at the very top of the building, if not halfway.
So he jumped from the 18th floor. 1 + 8 is 9. And the building's located on 56 Leonard Street. That's 5 + 6, 11, 911. Ooh.
They also said they didn't even find a suicide note. But how are they going to say that he jumped out without any proof that he jumped out? It might be like they're slandering a dead man here. The news is very misleading here.
Yeah, they're saying he jumped because that's sexier.
You're telling me in a city full of fucking video cameras, they don't have one camera pointed on that window showing that he jumped. They're just going to say that he jumped without any video proof. Nothing. No proof.
Who jumped or what?
He didn't jump. We don't know if he jumped.
Well, if he was being investigated, he was undoubtedly being monitored.
Yeah. So if they're watching him and stuff too, they would know, like.
Yeah, I mean, typically bankers of like high notoriety, they'll have a tail of some kind on them, to make sure that they don't leave the country. I imagine even if he's being investigated for fraud, you can maybe there's a court order around for him not to leave the country or even the state. If there is something of that nature, then he was in some bad shit. But if there's not, then I mean, I feel like you could pay a fine and go about your day.
Like, it's very weird they're saying that he jumped, though, without any proof.
No, I just think the whole fucking thing is weird. The fact that he's a CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond with all this shit going on recently, too.
It's possible, though, he committed suicide. A lot of people, not too many people can easily step down their lifestyle, without being all depressed and suicidal. And if he's thinking his lifestyle's over, he was a high roller, high baller, and he was about to, all these feds on his ass and all this thing. You never know. Fuck this shit.
Fascinating came out to him.
Like, he didn't have a security camera in his apartment? That's weird. Like, if I'm that wealthy, I'll have at least a security camera in my apartment, right?
I didn't even think to ask, but is this an apartment building? I'm assuming so because you're saying so.
Yeah, it's a luxury apartment building. I mean, look, it's all right.
Yeah, typically in New York, you can't open up the window or anything beyond the second floor.
No, they have windows. I'm looking at videos, and it's like a penthouse. And here, I'll put the video on Bed Bath & Beyond channel.
But you're right, Tane. Being in New York, there's a camera everywhere, every second. I mean, they call it 9/11, because some guy was filming, on 9/11. So there'll be just wait a couple weeks and then you'll start seeing some videos maybe.
So there's a rumor that GME and Bed Bath & Beyond were rigging their stocks, and GME may take a huge shit next week. That's what some people are saying.
Rigging
He committed suicide because he went to prison to lose everything for the scam, and he was involved in that shit or something. That's what some people are saying.
So that they're rigging the short side, is that what you're saying?
I guess so. I guess somehow like that. I don't know.
It may be possible, man. I mean, people have been yelling at the SEC about over GME stopping trading and whatnot and allowing the big guys to reposition so they wouldn't lose out.
Like, look, even if you're doing insider trading, it's not worth suicide.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not unless there's a bigger fish, which is what I'm wondering about the whole deal. Suicide or not.
And they're very quick to say he jumped without, like, just say he fell. We don't have proof that he jumped.
There's a source that says his wife witnessed him jump, but I don't know if that's true.
Well, see, that's why I brought up the will. Who gets the money and the shit at the end of the day? If he dies, does he keep the shit? Or if he's being potentially indicted, he might lose it. There's a lot of.
It depends on how the trust is set up. I put the video on there. There's like a balcony and everything on these.
Dump and jump. It just don't make sense.
You know what's weird, Drew? I'm looking at the video. Like, it literally has doorknobs to walk out into the air, what it looks like. Like, it literally has doorknobs.
So there was a disguised door that led to the outside and no balcony, and he accidentally walked out.
Well, I'm looking at these doors on this video. There's just doors, but no balcony right there. It's weird. That's a weird design. I don't trust engineers enough to be walking on these concrete balconies this high up.
No shit.
Look, I see how these type of fucking people study.
Imagine a glass pool. I wouldn't trust that shit with a fucking damn.
Wouldn't trust it like a damn.
But if he had any cases against him, they'll come out now. It might take a couple weeks or so because he's dead now. So whatever's out there, unless it affects somebody else, they may tell about his part in some grander scheme that is still unknown. That might happen, but
Luna Classic did break this downtrend tonight, guys. So that's why I was illustrating with this trend line. I'm gonna go Bed Bath & Beyond as well. Markets is very interesting scenario that this happened right before Labor Day as well. So we have plenty of time to react.
Well, what's weird is this happened before the big stock and bonds changeover on the 16th too, when a lot of options and shit expire.
So that guy, he actually sold stocks for $1.4 million the same day Ryan Cohen's RC Ventures sells the entire stake in the company. Stocks for $105 million.
Yeah, but he still owned like 90% of what he had.
Like, was that sold? Wait, we don't know if that was, like, was it sold or a reward?
This is on Benzinga.com.
I know, but sometimes those people look and sometimes they confuse the reward, like, as your payment, as selling.
True.
So it looks like we're breaking up a little bit higher for Luna Classic here. Look at this volume, 462 million, 409 million. And while this is happening, keep in mind, for Luna Classic, like, I'm not trying to promote it or anything, I'm just trying to explain why this is happening. I started a live stream the other day, and I was trading this, Theo was trading it, and then eventually, like, that night, I see this pattern. Every 10 minutes, we get a huge volume, either up or down. And, like, we were around 7% of the total supply was staked. Today, 7.957% is staked. So before this stream is over, I predict at least 8% of Luna Classic will be staked. So if we get 1% in just like 3 days, 1% gain of amount staked in 3 days is pretty huge.
That's a lot, man. I say in about a week, if the trend continues to go, which it probably won't, you might see 20% though.
Well, I wouldn't trust those stats though. Those stats just might be part of the whole ploy to suck more people in to get them rickety-wrecked.
No, it's in the protocol, but here's the thing. Look at it this way. If you're staking that protocol, get 38% yield, that means you cannot sell when the price doubles, which could guarantee 100% profit. Those people are literally like, look, I would pay I would pay somebody 38% to give me all their Luna right now, and then I get to trade that, and then I give them back only 38%. And I pay them in Luna. I don't pay them in dollars. And if Luna Classic tanks, oh well. I pay them back their 38%, no problem. First dip, I buy that 38%, buy it back for them, put it somewhere safe. And, man, Luna Classic. If this thing, like, they want to propose a tax like Safe Moon as well.
Anyway, I just wanted to see if you knew anything about the Bed Bath & Beyond thing.
Yeah, but yeah, let's please stop saying he jumped until we have like 100% proof, because that's I wouldn't want somebody to accuse me of that too. Like if I was fell out of a building or something, I definitely don't want people to say I jumped.
It could have been an accident too, you know.
His wife and him drinking.
Yeah, shit happens, man, all the fucking time. It
Where's
really
the
does.
security camera? Show us his security camera.
Well, this is going to meme stock it even much more, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, is because it's Bed Bath & Beyond, what's going on, the fact that he was being investigated. You know, if his wife was there, she's going to be a suspect of some note.
YouTube chat says this conversation is disgusting. Well, there's also a lot more disgusting things happening in the real world. And if you want to take away our rights to speak about it, Sean, just leave the chat. That's simple. We're going to talk about it.
Talk about the war in Ukraine or the people starving around the world or in this country, you know, whatever. Take your pick.
We could talk about people starving would make sweet potatoes commodities rise.
And Modified Music guy didn't say pump and jump. It was a pump, dump, and jump. Because it went from 7 to 30, back to 7, and then he jumped. So pump, dump, jump.
But yeah, look in Discord. You can see the prices that when he received the stock, he didn't really make too much profits.
There is that aspect to this Bed Bath & Beyond thing, though. When he sold, it's not really known if he made any money or if he lost money.
Binance still has a 0 trading fees on 13 Bitcoin pairs and on 1 Ethereum BUSD pair. I don't want to do BUSD, though. Man, that's great.
I'll check y'all later. Y'all take care.
All right. But we don't know that he jumped. We're just going to sit on the sidelines and wait for the news. I want to see how far Luna Classic goes up tonight. And I already posted my entry for Doge today. Again, like I did a few scalps in Discord. Made some gains. I didn't post my last exit for Doge because I entered not that long ago. So I'm waiting on that as well. For SHIB also did a big pump the other day. I entered a long, posted on Discord. I kind of closed my long a little bit early, then we pumped up this big fat pump because we had over 27 billion volume for SHIB. And that happened on a 1 minute candle. 27 billion is like almost instantly. Bitcoin has this gap here, but it has room to come down, liquidate before going back up. It doesn't really have that much gas right here for Bitcoin on the short time frame to liquidate. I definitely want to see more information about the, because he's CFO of the company that a lot of people, especially a lot of people on Discord, I know they bought shares of his stock. They bought shares of Bed Bath & Beyond. My last buy signal for Bed Bath & Beyond, I had a buy signal and then the stock went up at least 5 to 10% after that buy signal. So it's very interesting. Bitcoin does have some 100 times like greedy positions that can get us above 20,000 again, but also room to go down another $100. Definitely losing that bearish momentum on a short time frame. Oh, Luna Classic, I wasn't looking, just broke up a little bit higher. And I'm not going to be posting my trades on Luna Classic because it's very, very degen, very gambling like, and my last entry for Luna Classic, very good. So I was able to hold that from a long time ago. So just gonna watch it. I'm not gonna go in and out on trades on this tonight. I'm just watching, monitoring, not doing any theoretical trades tonight. Definitely want to do some more research on Bed Bath & Beyond and stuff too. I'm well positioned in a lot of different places, so I'm not getting out. I think things could run up a little bit further, and I'm at very little risk of liquidation. I'm sure my stop loss would be triggered. Secure profits before I'm even liquidate on any position tonight. If you guys want to know my last position that I did post on Discord though, because I do share some positions on Discord, I'm happy to share that with you, YouTube. This is my last entry for Doge. My entry was 6.305 cents. So I'll put it on here as well. And if I close that, I'll put on the Discord when I close. And I had this one earlier. I was at 6324. I believe 6324. And then I took profits at like 6356 right before the downturn. So this is my last entry for Doge, 6305. I'll watch that a little bit deeper. And yeah, we saw Luna Classic broke the downtrend. I put it up on Twitter. If you guys want to follow my Twitter, you can see some of my posts when I'm not online as well. And yep, this is the exact post on Twitter. I said, is Luna Classic about to break the 15-minute downtrend? This is where we were at. We didn't break the downtrend yet, and now we can see we broke the downtrend a lot, and we're actually having this bullish run right here for Luna Classic. So that's pretty interesting to watch. Seems people are still buying this coin.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of back and forth every time. On the 1 minute, you're saying that Luna's moving up, Bitcoin's moving down. So I'd imagine there's a lot of Luna BTC pair trades going back and forth.
That's not it. I'll show you, Drew. Look at this.
Oh, let me get your screen.
USTC. USTC is they have a USTC pair for Luna Classic right here, and it also broke the downtrend. So I'll draw it right here. It broke the downtrend as well, USTC, and they trade that for Luna Classic. So we look right here. USTC also broke that downtrend. And
but it's interesting that Bitcoin, like every time, even a few days ago, every time I would see that Luna was making a move up on the small time frames, Bitcoin would all the time be making a move down.
Keep in mind, USTC, there's still a pair for this, for Luna Classic. And this thing was supposed to be pegged at $1, but they removed that from the contract, which proves a lot of these cryptos are not really decentralized. So they removed that from the contract. You cannot mint more Luna Classic with USTC. It's not even near $1.
And speaking of Bitcoin going down right now, on the daily, we are showing a bearish engulfing on the bodies of the candles on the daily.
I think I'm going to close this Doge position right here, 631. I think can get another entry. Let me share it, ping everybody in Discord. So I'm gonna just take this off. I pinged everybody my opinion about this Doge, and everybody can do their own research though, right? Sometimes I post some trades that are profitable in Discord, but definitely not able to walk everybody through every single exit. What I found interesting though, the moment that Luna Classic originally stopped pumping by itself and started following Bitcoin, that's why I knew it had lost that momentum. And then as we broke this downtrend, it started picking up momentum, but we were picking up momentum a little bit before this as well, because on social media it's still going, and there, for some reason, the group of people that trade this or hold it, I'm going to say the people that hold it, they think the TATS is going to help burn more Luna Classic and pump the price. I think the TATS is going to drive people away from it. I think the TATS is going to drive people away from it. Like Safe Moon, it had that big TATS, and man. And it's not just TATS on transactions, it's on transfers and stuff too. So look, if I'm a developer, what reason do I have to build on this, right? What reason do I have to build on this platform if they're going to tax every single transaction for me and my clients and users? No motivation. Like, I think it's going to be one of those blockchain that dies. It'll get a little bit of pumping and stuff. There's still a little bit of community, but I think eventually it will die. It's our Luna Classic start the downtrend again right here, just a little bit. Ooh. Hey YouTube, how are you guys doing today? I do think that on those 15 minutes, like sometimes when you break an uptrend, we can revisit, the price can come back inside and even go lower to liquidate and trap all the people that try to go long on the outtrend. Someone says, is Bitcoin breaking uptrend? The 30-second, what time frame uptrend? Like Luna Classic was breaking the downtrend for a while. So what some people may do, they may start looking at all the charts like Bitcoin and stuff, seeing there's any correlation. Bitcoin's coming down right now. Bitcoin's been coming down for quite a while. And Bitcoin's very far away from breaking the downtrend right here on this short time frame. Yeah, Bitcoin's still in this downtrend from 20,000. I did give a good post yesterday about where Bitcoin's going to liquidate and give us room to go 20,000. We went a little bit above 20,000, but now we're tracing back down. We're a lot closer to liquidating these longs right here, which would drive the price down to $19,700 range. So I want to go ahead and draw this for you guys. Some support, $19,700 for Bitcoin. And if you want to look at some of the resistance for Bitcoin, you can see this double top up here and this gap. So 19,972 is that, well, not double top. Double top is 20K in this gap. So resistance, 20,000. So we have this resistance up here for Bitcoin, and then we have this support down here for Bitcoin. So keep this in mind when you're trading tonight, guys. So this gap, it's not even a big gap for this short-term support and resistance. It could be a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse scenarios, but this isn't that bad.
Looks like that sell volume's coming in pretty hard now.
For Luna Classic, I'm seeing these candles in a 1 minute like sell volume, like over 200 million, 206 million, 183 million. So Parabolic SAR has been very accurate for Luna Classic when I watch it throughout the week. And I think my buy sell signal that I've modified working pretty decent for Luna Classic for some scalps. My buy signal came in here around 24261, 24266. So 0.00025893 minus 0.000. Let's just round it down. 243 divided by 243. So it's already up 6.5% from my buy signal. So if somebody would have did a 5 times long, that's like a 32% gain from the buy signal till now. And Luna Classic, what a lot of people want to see before they enter a trade, they want to see it go back down. A lot of people don't own FOMO in right here. They already missed it, like right here. This was it. So sometimes you break the uptrend and you come down right here. And then once the candle's like this, a lot of traders are going to try to enter. Hence, why we had this candle for almost 1 billion volume. Okay. If we come back and touch this trend line again, a few candles later, probably see very high volume. But we've already started that parabolic SAR downtrend and a lot of sell volume. So it may come back down to test this trend line one more time for Luna Classic. There was a guy in Luna Classic and he was up 12,000% the other night. He didn't take profit as the price came down. Right now he's up 10,200%. So still in his position, but he didn't take profit. And he may be waiting for the big updates or a bigger retest. But I do think like Luna Classic, the pump isn't over yet, but I do think some of the people that initially pumped it have already secured their profits. I think some people that already pumped it have secured the profits. We keep getting a mixture of these buys and sells here, though. It's starting to follow Bitcoin a little bit, too. When Bitcoin get these little pumps, it will pump up a little bit. So it is very possible Luna Classic will follow Bitcoin a little bit after trading by itself for a while, too. It's not going to trade independently of Bitcoin for a super long period of time. Maybe at most 2 days. After 2 days, people start taking profits and stuff, and then we start seeing it coming down. Let's look at the technicals. The 1 hour, it was pointing down. Now it's curving back up for Luna Classic. Very overbought in this area. It broke the downtrend, so that's interesting to look at. And we have a golden cross in the last hour candle. Still technically parabolic SAR uptrend. So this is Luna Classic. Welcome to Crypto After Dark. You guys should be worried about some of these layer 2s, some of the ERC20 tokens, what's going to happen after the Ethereum merger. I want to remind you, Dogecoin is not on the Ethereum network, so a lot of people may start selling out all their cryptos besides ETH, Doge, Bitcoin, and keep it in those 3 main coins until after the merger goes smoothly. People have to be very careful about buying on top of a pump like this too. Definitely need to remind people you don't FOMO in at the top. Some people chase the top, so that's a different strategy, but they always set a very tight stop loss in case they're wrong. They have money to do those little bets in case they're wrong. I want to see Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin was coming down, so Bitcoin may start breaking its downtrend right here. This could be the moment Bitcoin starts breaking its downtrend. That would be very interesting, and then hopefully Dogecoin would follow through as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's struggling.
Yeah, it's struggling, and we still have to gap up by almost. Wow, this is $100 gap up without much fuel to get there. And the exponential moving average is right here too. So we have to gap up with pure buying power. There's no liquidations for $100 upward momentum. It's a very tough spot when you don't have momentum to go up. And you have to get there from retail or hedgies buying. I'm looking at this Bitcoin mining farm. They have like thousands of ASIC miners. Crazy. Luna Classic's getting a lot more sell pressure here. We did break the uptrend. It would be very possible to retest this line and maybe even wick down a little bit further. Keep in mind, a lot of people would be liquidate down here just from lower leverage. Well, not super high leverage. It'd be very interesting to watch. Alright, so this is Luna Classic. Definitely currently, I'm telling you what I see that it is downtrending. I'm not trying to make any big guesses or anything. I'm not trying to enter exit positions out here tonight. If I had to put all my money into one trade tonight, it would probably just be buying Doge and spot trade. No leverage. Just spot trade. I didn't want to do a lot of different trades. I'm very interested to see that 8% Luna Classic being staked. I mean, even if they stake 50%, that's still trillions left in supply that can be dumped on the market. And really, like, we haven't seen all the coins being dumped on the market yet. Like, our trading volume isn't even that high, so very interesting. Doge had a lot of room to liquidate. Bitcoin's definitely breaking above that downtrend, though. So this is our moment Bitcoin broke the downtrend. It's a very steep downtrend. And it's like just one of our recent downtrend. It's a very steep line. Yeah, Bitcoin has, like, if it gets to buy potential, like $100 worth upwards momentum, great. That would be great. Finally got the buy signal for Doge. Adapting everyone. One says, well, USDT is actually a ERC20, Vincent. If they don't throw their weight behind the proof of stake, USDT would also depeg. It'd be very interesting. It would be worthless. See what's happening in Luna Classic here. Maybe getting a little bit of buys right here, just a little bit, that 60,000. It's not really a lot. But I do think the price will probably rise right here. What? I think right here we may see a little bit of increase. I could be wrong. We are getting a little bit of getting this bearish momentum. So right here, the MACD on this very short time frame, it is losing that bearish momentum. We are getting into this oversold period right here as well. So let me try to line this up, line all these squares up right here for you guys to let's see what happens together right here. If it breaks this pattern right here, or if sales pick up. Keep in mind, there's a reason I didn't trade Jasmine before, because a huge supply could be dumped on the market. To put it in perspective, a bigger supply of Luna Classic could be dumped on the market, though. More Luna Classic than the entire...
With Jasmine, though, they have it on the tokenomics, so there's no surprises when. Everybody knows when. I sent you a video of the tokenomics.
Right.
But you're right. There are a lot of tokens that are still waiting to be distributed, but it's not. Nobody knows when it's going to be dumped. It's on clock.
There's more Luna Classic that could be dumped on the market right now, even with all Luna Classic being staked, than the total supply of Jasmine. Some of these hourly candles are bigger than the total supply of Jasmine. But yeah, there's like over 6.5 trillion Luna Classic. 6.5 trillion. Let's do some math here, Drew. At the current price, 65000. So that's billion. So this is 1,000 million. No, 1,000 million, billion, trillion. Times the current price. 258. Woo! 1,000. Oh, that's not a lot of money, actually. Huh. So, guys, look. I mapped it out right here. We started losing a bearish momentum. RSI started losing that momentum, curving up. And right here, the price started rising again. So it is very interesting how things work out like this. But look at this. A volume of 40 million gave us the biggest spread right here. That's very wild. This is wild, Drew. It's like...
Yeah, that's why I'm not even touching Luna. I'm just...
It's like $1.67 billion right now. If everybody want to get out, somebody would have to buy all the Luna Classic for $1.67 billion.
That's nuts.
You pay $1.67 billion for all this Luna?
Oh my God, I could find 1.7 billion different things that I would rather spend my money on.
Doubt it. This rock, that rock, this rock, that rock. But yeah, so I didn't draw the blocks when we started coming down, but parabolic SAR started coming in right here, and then our MACD crossed over right here, and we cooled down right here. These are pretty big spreads, by the way. It doesn't look like big spreads on the chart, but I think Luna Classic is consistently moving at a higher volatility than a lot of the other altcoins that you're able to trade on KuCoin futures right now. So we just broke this downtrend right here in this white block. If let me do a YouTube poll. I'm not encouraging you guys to hold. I just want to see who's holding. I want to see if you guys are holding. Who's holding? Who's... So I'll just say, are you holding Luna C? And you just say yes or no. I want to see what portion of the viewers tonight are holding Luna Classic. Market cap, yeah. Almost $1.7 billion. That's actually not a lot. A lot of people like to invest in cryptos under under 10 billion, so. Oh. Not like it's like a big dumpster fire in my opinion. Like when this comes down, it's going to come down fast. But to double something that's only $1.7 billion, very possible. Like 1.7 billion in a crypto world's not a lot of money. Especially when somebody from Binance has a large supply. Oh, we got overbought right here again. Let's see if we continue losing this bearish momentum though. Alright, so we started picking up bearish momentum again right here. So as you can see right here, it's a little bit harder to map out, but right here, see that RSI? It's already maxed out in the short time frame and started picking up this bearish momentum again. Let's drag this over. So we went from oversold on this short time frame to overbought in a very quick time on the 1 minute. If you look at this on the 5 minute and one other time frames, it's leaving this overbought area and starting to lose bullish momentum. So you guys vote. Let's see if you guys are holding or not. Let's see what you guys are doing. I think already 50% of people are saying yes. Wow. 28 people vote. Already half the people are holding. That's crazy. So you told me that you're 15 times, Schnitzel. What was your entry? Like, I would not do 15 times at a top. That's for sure. I don't think I could ever do 15 times long at a top. Do you do 15 times long at a top, Drew? That's wild. What? I don't think I could ever do 15 times long at a top. Your dollar cost average definitely came down after you bought, if you were holding before and then bought after that big dip. So we already see this possibly downtrending for Luna Classic. How far will it downtrend? That's another interesting question. Like on the hourly, like this thing looks like it could come down super hard. Dogecoin, I mentioned earlier in Discord when I pulled out of Doge, quoting that I could probably get it back at a cheaper price. It's already been at a cheaper price, like 4, 5, 6 different candles. Bitcoin did break the downtrend right here, but like I mentioned earlier, it had to get this $100 worth of buying power, like $100 pushing it up. And we're trying to get this push up for Bitcoin. Now, while Bitcoin is getting this push up, let's see what's happening in Luna Classic. Like, if you look right here, like, even a small candle, 36 million. 36 million can make the price drop by almost 1%. So, you have to be very careful. Alright, Bitcoin volume slowly been getting on this buy side for the past 15 minutes. So, if I switch this to 15-minute candle view, probably looking super bullish. And this is what we're looking at here. $20,000, 75 for resistance, 19,700 for support. As long as we can maintain these buys, then Bitcoin's going up here. Bitcoin is going to go all the way up here and liquidate these shorts. So the more Bitcoin climbs, the scared the short's going to go. The ones that pulled out first are probably going to force the other ones that hodl to get liquidated. Some people are shorting Luna Classic. I'm going to go ahead and end this poll. Does seem like the majority of people are not holding Luna Classic, which would make common. Like, I don't think a lot of people with a brain would want to touch this thing. All right. Let's create another poll. Will Bitcoin liquidate these shorts? Yes. No. Do you think Bitcoin is going to liquidate these shorts tonight? Oh, we'll probably be at $20,000 again during the stream tonight. Oh yeah. This is beautiful. Yeah, we'll probably be at $20,000 again for Bitcoin. I don't think the stock market's open Monday. We have Labor Day. So, long weekend for Bitcoin. And I'll put this Bitcoin chart in my charts channel real quick. But yeah, we have some gas once we start liquidating tonight. And I'm gonna put this in Discord because some people may be shorting Bitcoin and their liquidation price would be 20,000 if we wake up.
By the way, I got out of that short with profit.
Oh, you were shorting. Oh, what were you shorting, Mr.?
Bitcoin.
Your name's Mr. Bitcoin?
Mr. Bitcoin.
Mr. Bitcoin.
Oh, short Bitcoin.
Mr. Bitcoin. Luna Classic right here is getting a little bit of oversold and also losing this bearish momentum again right here. And let's see if we get a little pump right here. This would be very interesting. I'm going to do white blocks. I don't want to do white red. I'm not trying to tell people to buy sell. I'm just trying to map out these points on the very, very short time frame. If I move this to a longer time frame, definitely would be afraid to touch it. Because if we look at this on an hourly, this RSI is already well above 88.
What was your make-believe trader do?
Sit on his hands and pray. He wouldn't take the gamble. Like, this is bigger gamble than, like, the other day. I think it was, like, 3-4 nights ago. I mean, it's far from the double top. Like, definitely far from that double top. But it's even further from the bottom down here. I think the downside potential is a lot higher. So, this may just be like a fluke right here. Some people started shorting right here, and they short 5 times leverage, already getting liquidate up here as we go up higher. So it's very hard to short this or long it and not watch the chart consistently until you get like very well cushioned or get very well adapted, because it's not going to follow all those trading rules that you are used to. If you're already up over 1,000%, you're not super high leverage and you're cushioned in your entry, you can probably step away and sleep. If you're that guy that's up 10,000%, you're not even going to look at the chart. You're going to set your trading view alerts and sleep like a baby. So we went up here. We tried to wick up just a little bit. It did wick up just a little bit. It didn't even break out of the block though. And oh, what is this? Well, this thing's so overbought in the multiple time frames. I had buy signals try to pop in on 4 hour, but they would always disappear upon coming in. And then sometimes you get these nice little scalps like this. Like, I was right here. It wasn't completely overbought. Right here it was completely overbought and then started downtrending. And then got overbought again right here. So it's a very risky coin to trade. That's why I said my theoretical trader is not going to trade this tonight. It wasn't as risky the other night. I already had a clear pattern. I knew which direction it was going, and I mapped it out all the way to the point of the downtrend. And well, it should downtrend for a while. But yeah, that Jenga penthouse, it's like $100,000 per month back in 2020. Can you imagine paying $100,000 per month for a penthouse? It's a little bit hard to have parties in a penthouse too, trying to get everybody in the buildings and stuff. And I think these doors on the side were very weird too, because you don't see any balcony rails right outside the doors. Hello everyone, welcome. Let's watch this Bitcoin, see if we can push up here. I think Bitcoin's going to push up towards this resistance tonight. We'll probably break at least 20,000 while I'm streaming tonight. I'm not going to do a super long stream because I have some videos to get to and I don't want to be on here talking all night long. Well, I'll be on here for a little while, give you guys some of my opinions and some technical analysis watching Luna Classic as well. We already broke the downtrend for Luna Classic, so it's very possible this thing could run up. And it's very possible it could go as high as 2.7 again. We're actually not that far from 2.7. I wonder when it's going to break down though, like when it's going to break down. When are we going to see those 100 billion volume candles just roll in after each other? Can you imagine 100 billion candle, the price drop by half in like a millisecond? Liquidations would go through the roof. I think that's the time to enter. After we liquidate everybody on the way down, I think that's usually a better time to enter. So we just received our def cross right here. We already received our sell signal right here, so we did have a little pump up from this, like a very little pump up from right here, very little. And now our def cross came in. And if there's no buy power here, then we'll probably go down. But if it starts to follow Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin starts to come up to these liquidations, great. Bitcoin just needs to go a little bit more, and then we can get into these liquidations. We now need to go up less than $100, which is great. It's beautiful. $60 more and Bitcoin starts to liquidate quite a significant amount of positions. You guys, don't be afraid to share your entries of your trades in the YouTube chat as well. Let us know what you're doing. I'm very interested in seeing what you guys are doing. I'm not able to give you any financial advice, but I can definitely look over some of the charts and stuff you guys want to. Just don't show any weird projects. Like if it's a chart on, if it's on KuCoin, if it's on Binance, I can look over some of those charts. If it's a stock, I can look over the chart. But I think Luna Classic, I think it may follow Bitcoin here. And if Bitcoin does the liquidations, Luna Classic's going to make a higher high on the hourly. So I'm going to draw this block right here, where parabolic SA are uptrend. This is a big one. And the MACD is crossing over from bearish to bullish on this candle. So I think this is pretty big for Luna Classic here. I think it will start following Bitcoin here. We can break those highs. Great, beautiful. I'm gonna leave this Bitcoin chart so you guys can see these liquidations. By the way, I made a website. It's called dogecondom.com. So if I'm not here, you guys can view dogecondom.com to view those Dogecoin liquidations. Basically, this is what Doge Condom website looks like. It's just this trading view chart with the oh. And then you would put Doge. And oh boy, did I save this on the wrong one. Nope. Alright, boom. So if we go to dogecondom.com, you see these Dogecoin liquidations. It takes a little bit for this application loading. You can actually see the liquidation indicator name. And you can put that indicator on your charts. It has to be all lowercase. You probably don't need this slash at the end. Dogecondom.com. And you can view these liquidations. It's just a web domain I had and I put it on this trading view. But Doge has room to do these liquidations tonight as well, if it follows Bitcoin up. It's a lot of money to be made for these Bitcoin liquidations. And I think this is proof that Luna Classic is going to follow Bitcoin a little bit. So when it's running on its own while Bitcoin is sideways, that was good. Now that it's up and holding up here, broke the downtrend, and then followed Bitcoin as Bitcoin does these liquidations, that's good. Someone in YouTube chat asked, what does liquidation mean? It takes a minute for it to load, Mr. Judge Worm. You may even have to be logged in TradingView, but it takes a minute for that API data to load. Anybody want to explain what liquidations is? Alright, so liquidation, basically, when somebody enters a futures leverage position, it can be futures or margin, but they're borrowing money or they're buying contracts, and they have a liquidation price. So for these red lines, these guys did 100 times. Their entry was like right here for Bitcoin. They 100 times short Bitcoin, and their entry price was right here, 19,800, and they may have kept adding their position. So now if we look up to 19,914, their position will be liquidate. That means all the money they put in their contracts will go to the people that are longing or to the exchange. But the longs, if they cash out at the same time, they will take those profits. So these red lines would liquidate the shorts. The green lines down here liquidate the longs. And we definitely have a lot of tighter compact position for longs right here. But I think tonight we can at least get to $20,000. I'm not saying we're going to go there first, but I think we'll get there. If you're inside this block between support and resistance, and your liquidation is between support and resistance, you're in the danger zone. If your liquidation is like far down here for longing or far up here for shorting, you're at a much safer place. Keep in mind though, Bitcoin likes to do a $1,000 price movement randomly. We haven't had that in quite a while. So going to 21,000 or going to 18,000, super realistic for those big Bitcoin purchases. And it could be long, it could be shorts. Bitcoin's possibly downtrending here, but it's not super high volume. Once we get those 1,000 volume candles, then people can determine which way we're probably going to go. We'll see. I think Bitcoin has room to go to 20,000. Trying to think about what video to make. I think Luna Classic's pushing a little bit higher here. Yeah, technically, like if Luna Classic breaks up here, 2 sits, that's been a strong resistance for it. It redirects you to SHIB. That's weird. Change your ticker. Can you change your ticker or no? I saved it up here. Let me go to the website again. I changed it to Doge. Try again. Sorry, I had to change it, so it might be the last charts I view. So let me close off here. Doge has room to liquidate all the way up to 6.35 cents. Luna Classic is pushing up. Would like to see Bitcoin touch this resistance though. And I would like to, for other purposes, like to see SHIB push up. If I look at SHIB on the hourly, we know the SHIB already did that big run up. It's like a random run up too. So, isn't that wild how SHIB did that big run up? Woo! People were totally not expecting that. And generally when an altcoin runs up before Bitcoin, it makes it a little bit harder to follow Bitcoin on the next run up. Luna Classic may do it though. It's a smaller market cap, a little bit lower than $1.7 billion. All right, you want TA on Chainlink? We can look at Chainlink. I'll just give you technicals. I'm not going to go deep into the fundamentals tonight. So, it looks like Chainlink kind of followed Luna Classic. Follow that USDT pattern. Cause it buy signal and sell signal. Very similar spots as Luna Classic. And let's look at it on the hourly. On the hourly for Chainlink, it does appear that we broke the double top. We kind of had this cup and handle. So I'm going to draw this cup and handle out for you guys. And yeah, we had this nice fat cup and handle for Chainlink. So generally you get a cup and handle, and when you break the handle pattern, it turns pretty bullish and it breaks up. So we broke the handle, it curved up a little bit, and then retraced. Now, it's very possible we lost that momentum because we ran out of liquidations for Chainlink on the way up. And we look at the relative strength index, it kind of looks like it's coming down. So from that peak of the handle, that same candle, that RSI was pretty high at 87. And then our MACD already started losing that bullish momentum. And then we picked up some bearish momentum on this candle right here for Chainlink. If we look at it on the daily, it's going to be a different story. Relative strength index started carving up on the 28th of August. Lowest price was $6.26. And then we started losing that bearish momentum yesterday. And then picked up some bullish momentum today. So it's very possible we try to run up a little bit higher on Chainlink. Just from the fundamentals side, you have to research that yourself. On the weekly, this is the relative strength index back in June. Everything was oversold during that time. And then it came back up. So that's a good thing. Since it came up from June, that's good. Came up with other cryptocurrencies. Went on a big run up back in the August. Came back down. So I think Chainlink does have potential to see a higher price. Overall, the weekly chart's not a bad chart. It's not a pump and dump chart. It's not a rug pull chart. It's actually a very authentic chart. If you look at it on the weekly, it may start breaking this downtrend relatively soon. It seems like Chainlink may follow Bitcoin. Whenever Bitcoin leaves the bear market, Chainlink will follow as well. But some people want to look at Cardano. And I'll look at Cardano on the weekly. A little bit similar as Chainlink on that weekly chart. It seems to follow Bitcoin. On the hourly, it also had a big run up there as well. After the run up though, on the hourly, we started to get parabolic SAR printing on the downtrend, showing that it's coming down from that pump. If we look at it on the short time frame, let's see how many liquidations we ran out of. I just want to look at the bloodbath on those liquidations real quick. This is Cardano. ADA. It takes like a minute. So if you look right here, we liquidate so many positions in this giant spread. It's almost a 2-cent spread. This thing's like around 50 cents. I don't really see Cardano as like that big price movement. Like Doge moving 1 cent is way more significant than Cardano moving 1 cent. It has room to liquidate up to 50.1. It has room to liquidate down to 49.4. So basically like a 1 cent spread. Not that big. Not that big movement. Doge moving 1 cent after Elon tweet would be way more impactful to the market. You're welcome. I'll come back. I'll look over some more of the charts. Let's put on Bitcoin. I'm just get a drink real quick. And tonight's vote. You guys think we're gonna liquidate these shorts? These shorts are the red. Red lines equal shorts. Let me put that on this. Let me write that on the stream real quick. So these red lines equal Bitcoin shorts. I'll be right back. You guys can take the mic over real quick. I'm back. Did everybody have a good weekend so far? I had a good weekend.
Yeah, not too bad. Same here.
That's good. What are you doing for Labor Day?
Replace my front door. Maybe take the bikes out.
I'm going to a cookout tomorrow. I'm going to eat real meat.
Real meat?
Real meat. They asked me to bring chips to the cookout, so tomorrow I'm going to make sweet potato chips. Bring that to the cookout. Cannot wait. It doesn't take long to make these chips. I'm trying to think about how many I should make though. I think people like my authentic sweet potato chips. Doge just printed a death cross right here on the short time frame. If I'm looking at Doge on longer time frame hourly, like we've enjoyed this uptrend so far. But what happens when we no longer uptrend? What happens when we get rejected at the exponential moving average, 200 EMA? We break it, yeah, we go up. But generally, oftentimes, we enjoy a nice little uptrend like this, get overbought, and then start downtrending. We had our spike up here. We never broke above it. Again, we had it a second time. And I think this may be like a small downtrend, unfortunately. Until Bitcoin breaks above this 20,000. Even when we break this 20,000, we don't really have that much momentum to go up a little bit further. Let me look through, show off your scalp channel on Discord. I want to see, well, the profits. I want to see people trades recently. Sinlos had an Ethereum LUNC. He did 100 times. Wow. I could not in my life do 100 times. He did another 100 times on ETH. Like, I feel like the win rate's too small for 100 times. No ID did a Ethereum short at 1633. Bitcoin short since 20,307. I think some of these people are using super high leverage. Cash King did a Luna play. He did a Luna short at that 301870. Pretty big top up there. He did pretty high leverage too, shorting it. Another person did Luna long from a good entry price, 222, and the mark price was 270 when they took their screenshot. It feels good when you get in these plays like 10, 20 times, and it never comes close to your entry. Chiblet's the most bearish of all. I think I got about 30 more minutes left in me for the stream, and then I have to work on these video contents. So many interesting things happening in the markets this coming week. I'm just glad we have a Monday off, so that can give us a little bit more time to look over the data and information that we have. It looks like it's coming down. Luna Classic, though, definitely lost its charm after the big run up recently. When you get the hourly candle, you don't just ignore the price. Look at the candles. Like right here, we enjoyed a nice big block of high volume, and then after this, at the end of the second, leading into the third, we started getting that volume drop. It's definitely more volume drop in the fourth. So we had a huge volume push us up here, double the price. The price did double. We ran up. But now we start losing this volume, and then when you start losing that volume, even though we got another pump up here and pump up here, like generally people would short it on that second pump too. Like, oh, it didn't come up, so it looks like it's lost that momentum. Boy, would I love to see 100 billion volume sell candle. Like this candle right here, it was a 48 billion. It took us from 2 sits, 8 sits, all the way down to 2294. 100 billion. It could push us all the way back before this entry and liquidate all those people that are longing from here. So it's very mind-boggling to see somebody up like 10,000% refusing to take profits on their super high leverage position. Maybe, and I know they don't have a stop loss right here because we already visit all these prices. Now, it's very possible they did set a stop loss after we came down and went back up, but man, I can only imagine 100 billion sell volume, and 100 billion is nothing. Look, 100 billion divided by total supply is nothing. Let's see. It's like barely 1.4%. Nothing, so. 1.4% of the supply could move our price down by half. To put that in perspective. That's why Luna Classic's so dangerous. Some people will like this danger though, they'll chase the danger. It would blow through all the stop losses. It'd be a big liquidation event. It's very scary to think about. Like, you have to think about all kinds of risks that you're facing when you're using leverage. Like, can you imagine 200 billion? If 200 billion gets dumped on the market, just market sell. Not only are we coming back to the entry down here where people entered at 16, we would break below and go all the way down and even gain another decimal place to the left. I can only imagine all those liquidations. It's like almost Binance. If Binance took out a short position and just sold 200 billion, they would make more money from their short from right here. Because selling 200 billion Luna Classics not gonna cut into their bottom line. Even if they just bought all 200 billion, like it's less than 51 million dollars. Not a lot. If they could pay $50 million to liquidate all the positions down here, causing over $400 million worth of liquidations, and they enter short themselves. Dangerous situation. Dangerous situation. I'm not saying that Binance would do that to you guys. I'm just saying that you should consider that in your trading strategy, not use your whole bag. Don't use your whole bag. It's not, a stop loss isn't even going to protect you in that scenario. Someone says stay up till market open Tuesday. That's too long. I have stuff to do tomorrow. I don't want to be up all night on YouTube because I have to make some of these videos as well. So the Terra Station already issued 1.02 billion Luna. Community pool right here at only 325 million Luna. I want to look at the wallet histories. They delete it. Okay. It did pass the Phoenix airdrop, so that's cool. Let's see if Bitcoin's pushing up again. Not yet. Very sad what happened with Bed Bath & Beyond over the last week. I'll definitely be digging in deeper with that on the video. But some of the stuff I don't want to multi-drag into the streaming software. It's going to look better flowing through a video. More clear, more concise. There's a lot of crypto spams and ads. So I think for YouTube comments, I'm going to turn off some of the comments as well. The holding the alts. I hold Doge. Look at Luna Classic. Still getting a little bit of bias here. Like, definitely people ignoring all the risk. If this is people doing it. There's also that scenario where people already have large amounts. That's interesting, Todd Bates. Yeah, $10 in those positions isn't really a lot of money. Definitely not something you use the whole bag on, though. Just received another golden cross here. We definitely entered lower volume. That's making the price move a lot further than we had that high volume. We may break up a little bit higher here. Let me draw that line. See if we break above it. If we break above this, it would be interesting if we get another price floor coming along here for Luna Classic. Originally, when I started this stream, we started breaking out of this downtrend and breaking back up for Luna Classic. And this is our number 1 push up. If we break above this line and hold again, it'll be number 2. Huge amount of risk associated with Luna, though. Definitely getting close to breaking above this double top on the short time frame. While this is happening, Bitcoin is getting that upward momentum too. Keep in mind we have resistance at $20,075 for Bitcoin. All these red lines represents some Bitcoin shorts. White lines up here represent Bitcoin shorts as well. I can't really give you advice, Mr. C Me, but if you don't understand this, and if you're poor and you can only invest $20 a week like you said, my question to you is, how much time do you have per week to read about all the different cryptocurrencies? To learn more about the blockchains? Because if you only have $20 per week to invest, you may be more liable. You may be more at risk of investing in things that are pump and dumps. So that's my question. Like, how much time per week do you have to read about stuff like Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum? Learn about these different networks and how they operate. What would cause the network to fail or succeed? If you have a lot of time, then definitely read through, because $20 per week could add up if you put it into the right projects. I can't tell you which projects to put it in. You can do stocks, options, crypto. I can't tell you exactly which ones to put it in, but $20 per week definitely is enough to add up. $80 per month, definitely enough to add up in crypto. I'm not saying that 80 per month will turn you into a millionaire, but 80 per month could add up if you put it in the right positions. You don't have a lot of money, but you may have a lot of time. So spend that time. Did you know everything about crypto before you started investing, Rob? Or did you just start looking at charts?
I looked at charts. I was doing charts for like 3.5 years with stock before I did crypto.
But before you did any investment on the crypto, you looked at the chart. You didn't look at what powers the blockchain, right? What's behind that crypto?
Correct.
You're like, oh, this looks good on the chart. Let me just go into it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look a little bit deeper, like when you find out, like, oh, Bitcoin could go under 51% attack. Ethereum Classics at sprints multiple 51% attacks. Oh, these NFTs look like a pump and up by a celebrity. Looks pretty garbage. They don't even have a game fully developed yet. They're promising this stuff. They have over $4 billion cash they just took from users. Like, when you look at stuff like that, it makes it a little bit harder to go in certain projects, regardless of what the chart says. And then there may be times the chart just lined up so beautiful you don't care how garbage your projects are. And that becomes a huge risk. Luna Classic had a very good chart, but then in the white paper, as they just started minting more Luna from USTC, it became a spiral down from the DPEG, and whew, that was brutal. Looks like Luna Classic's having trouble breaking this double top. If it gets rejected here and never comes up again, woohoo! It's following Bitcoin right here. Luna Classic's following Bitcoin right here. So I do think Bitcoin will be above 20,000. People are so brave. They're like, any financial advice or tips? No, not giving you any financial advice. Especially when you word it like that. People say I'm defensive when it comes to that, but I have to legally tell them I'm not a financial advisor. Put it in videos too, but
Here's a good advice and a good tip for you. Don't pee in the wind.
the only reason people ask you financial advice, they want to sue you when the trade goes wrong for them. People blaming Ryan Cohen for the CFO's death. Look, let me explain something. If somebody gets murdered or they commit suicide, definitely not the other person's fault. Unless the other person directly tells them to do that action. It's just very interesting. Like, he died in New York City at a penthouse. Luxury penthouse. You're telling me that penthouse, no camera, nothing, nowhere, no camera. So bizarre. In my state, we have a camera almost at every single major crosswalk area. Actually, I bet I can go Google Maps and find like at least 10 cameras. Let me check real quick. Let's check real quick. I can find probably 10 cameras. Yeah, let me check Google Maps. It'd be ironic. I can probably find some cameras right here. And they would be in the Google Maps picture. So, I don't know. Let me check what side of the building. What is happening? Let's see if Luna Classic will break this double top. We break this double top, it could go parabolic again. Like, it has to break and hold and push. This is weird. This is what the news article said. The chief financial officer at Bed Bath & Beyond jumped to his death from his luxury apartment in the famed Jigum building in Tribeca, days after the troubled retail chain announced it will shutter 150 stores, police said Sunday. Why would the police say that? Why would the police say this in a statement? Why would the police officer mention that they're going to close 150 stores? So weird. And they keep saying he jumped out the window, but man, they won't show any video proof that he actually jumped. Not one camera in a city full of cameras. It's crazy. They mention like death, suicide in articles so many times. So weird. Like, if we get like video footage, I'll go along with the narrative that he jumped. But until then, I'm not going to be one of the flock. I'm not going to be one of the sheep. I'm not going to say he jumped. The media wants to say it. The media can say that, but I'm not going to say the man jumped. If they want to use the word fell, the word fall works, because if you get pushed, you're falling. If you jump, you're falling. But to say that he actually jumped, to say he leaped, to say he ran and jumped out of the building. Alright. So, definitely no spam in the YouTube chat. Not afraid to permanently ban you from YouTube chat if you put the same message over and over like 10 times. I'm not saying anybody killed him either. I'm just saying it's weird. If I wanted to rent his penthouse, it would cost me over $100,000 per month. What kind of person with $100,000 penthouse per month doesn't have any type of video surveillance? I'm not going to speculate whether he jumped or was killed, Brody, but man, to say he jumped without any like evidence is pretty rough. But the media always does stuff like this. They accuse somebody first, and later they face the lawsuits. If you tell a lie long enough, if you tell a lie frequent enough, people will believe it. Pretty becomes a problem in America.
Not to mention, whenever they do redact a statement or something, they usually don't post it on social media. It's on their webpage, which nobody looks at.
Right. And I was joking the other night about dead cat bounces, stuff like that. It's completely irrelevant. That stuff's completely irrelevant. It's before I had any knowledge that this has happened. Look at the paramedics carrying the body. They're definitely not afraid of COVID either. Actually, I don't want to put this in, like, they're not wearing face masks. Very minimal protective gear. They got jewelry on, stuff like that. Do-rag. That's interesting. Black SUV waiting out front already too. His face is covered, obviously. In the first article that came out about this, they said a second person was hospitalized with minor injuries, according to a spokesperson. So another person was involved when he fell. Says a woman was seen looking distraught and crying near the building before eventually entering the ambulance. So we broke the double top here for Luna Classic, and it looks like it's taken a nice little run here now. So this is number 1. This would be number 2 if it succeeds. Yeah, there hasn't been any video as evidence. They say that his wife saw him jump. They say his wife saw him jump. Guys, I don't. She would technically be a primary source, but let's be honest here. Why in a city full of cameras are there no videos coming out about it yet? Where all the videos that came out put on social media are already censored. I mean, in this America, a lot of that stuff could already be censored. Like, look at this. If his wife was really there witnessing it, why wouldn't she yell? Why wouldn't she scream? Why wouldn't she ask for help? Why wouldn't she call 911? Did it happen within a split second? We don't know the full story. Was their home security camera offline? It is at 1 p.m. Plenty of sunlight. No street cameras there? The man had a wife. It looks like 2 kids here. Looks like a very happy life. I'll put these images in Bed Bath & Beyond channel, but still very interesting. I wonder if this will cause the stock to be halted on Tuesday morning. I'll put this stuff in Discord in case it's ever deleted from the internet as well. Very possible a lot of this stuff's going to get redacted. So we broke this double top for Luna Classic. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's still having trouble getting up to liquidate these shorts. So very interesting play right here. Like, look at these small buys. 500 million can push us this far. Pretty wild. And let's look at it on the hourly. So for the hourly, we would have to break this double top now. All right. Oops. All right. And I'm using KuCoin chart. Let's put it on auto. So you guys notice here, these were the big monuments. I mapped it out for you guys earlier. I mentioned that one, we were losing bearish momentum, going to uptrend, and then boom, we started downtrending again. And right here at this moment, this is when we really start to stop that downtrend and then start uptrending again. So after this, like, we haven't really lost that momentum too much. Maybe one time right here, but not too much. And breaking this short-term double top and pushing higher, like, we've already gained like a lot of ground. This is why I say it's very dangerous for people to short something like this. Let me check the YouTube chat. All right, so will Bitcoin liquidate these shorts? A lot of people say yes. This is a pretty decent amount of buy volume right here. That's pushed it up. Definitely getting this big spread, Kendall. So right here, we are getting a mixture of buys and sells. And if it doesn't hold here, this could be a teetering moment and could retest back at this support. Now, I'll go and draw this on here like this right here. This is a moment right here. It looks like it could be on a short-term reversal. And definitely the MACD is also showing something like that as well. Definitely looking like it's a battle right here. And a little bit of profit taking could have pushed us down. Let's put it on the 5 second. I look at 5 seconds because I can start seeing those sells. All right, yeah. Definitely looks like sell pressure is coming in here for Luna Classic. Yeah, definitely see that sell pressure coming in here for Luna Classic. And when it happens, it comes in pretty fast. I put it on the 30-second chart just so I could differentiate which candles. And I put it on the 5 as well right here. See which ones are buys and which ones are sells. It's a pretty big spread. And looking at this, the current order booked has a little bit higher index price and a little bit higher market price than what we're actually seeing on TradingView. We're starting to see some more buys coming in here as well. These are some smaller 5-minute candles. But let's keep it on this 1 minute, and Bitcoin is actually coming down a little bit. Let's see if Doge is getting near these liquidations. Nope. Doge is still lower price than where I got out earlier. Although it did have this random spike up on high volume. Luna Classic, it's crossing over here on the MACD, but at the same time also getting some buys. Maybe pushing a little bit higher. Let's put it on the 5 seconds again. So all those buys up here was met with some sell pressure, but now we get more buy pressures pushing us up a little bit higher. Very interesting. And we're going for a little higher run right here as well. Keep in mind, this isn't super high pressure, super high volume. Not super crazy volume. The question is, are we going to break this double top up here? Now, this is a little bit further away, but not out of reach. Let me put this on auto. Yeah, definitely room to break up higher. If we don't break this double top, I definitely see major rejection at 274. Happening, YouTube. The RSI already looks like it's losing that bullish momentum here as well. We did get that one little bit pushed back up again, though. I could see a little bit of short time for some cool off, but if more buys roll in here and there's not a lot of sell pressure, it'd be the recipe. Keep pulling this out as the RSI gets more data. While this is happening, Bitcoin's still putting downward pressure. It may come down and liquidate these shorts before rising back up to liquidate these. Let's see if there's any shorts right here. Not too many. Like right here, this probably isn't worth a lot of money for these shorts if I had to go in. The biggest one that I see up here, not really a lot of value, $330,000. Not really a lot. Now the biggest long down here, I already see some pretty big long right here, 2.78 million. So we're definitely getting a lot less money right now. The other night we had tons of money, like hundreds of millions of dollars both ways. Very interesting how Luna Classics trying to defy all odds right here. Anybody doing anything special on the Harvest Moon date? It's going to be very bright at nighttime. So someone says, are there shorts to liquidate on ETH? Yes, there's a lot of shorts on ETH. ETH actually took a lot of shorts recently. So here's our Ethereum chart. And if I look at ETH, like, ETH also looks like it's going to come down, liquidate these longs, but there's some ground to be held. Pre-merger, I've always seen like we end up liquidate both sides. When I've been streaming, like if you're right here or right here, you're not safe for your liquidations. So ETH could liquidate shorts all the way up to 1586, so about $10 spread up and about $10 spread down. So 86 minus 6, like this is like almost like $20 spread. Pretty usual for Ethereum right here, $20 spread. Like I said, neither position is safe. So whoever wins first probably should take their profits when they're up there in their profits, because once one side wins and if they don't take profits, it could come back down, liquidate them. So people definitely should always, if you're 100 times, you need to take those profits because the chances of retracing are very high. What's up? Oh, there we go. We broke above again. Wow, this is bizarre. This is actually a bigger candle, but it's still rolling in. The volume's not even all in trading view yet. Look at Luna Classic. This is wild. So earlier tonight, I did point out we broke the downtrend, and already since we broke this downtrend, we've already risen like over 10%. So it's pretty wild. Some of these positions are already up astronomically. Some people are using like 20 times leverage, well cushioned, and still didn't close. God, this is crazy. What are we doing? Wow. This is the big one. This is the big candle, 557 million volume. Oh my God. Like, it's crazy seeing this high volume. Crazy. But yeah, we broke the downtrend up here today. After we broke the downtrend, Luna Classic started climbing again. It kind of stopped following Bitcoin for a while, but then when Bitcoin pumped, it started pumping a little bit harder. Yeah, Top Bates does mention some exchanges are doing burns. That also does help get rid of the supply, but still a large amount of supply of Luna Classic. Hopefully they can continue to keep burning. I think the fees are getting a little bit higher on KuCoin right now for futures. For certain coins, like Luna Classic. So this would slow down the price. It's very tempting to short something like this. You see it run up like this, but man, easily to get wrecked as well. Parabolic SAR is downtrend right here. Definitely getting some real volume coming in as well. And while this is happening, that R size starts to cool down. And the MACD starts printing down. Pretty bearish. While this is happening, Bitcoin's getting a little bit uppity. Not too high volume. No candle, not even over 200 volume on a 1 minute. Ethereum. It's only like $10 price movement. Not that much, so. I could not imagine sitting here watching the charts for many hours. I would just right click, add trading via alerts, and multitask. So the sell signal finally popped in here for Luna Classic. Doge is bleeding down. It was bleeding down, liquidating the longs right here. All right. Probably gonna end the stream after this. We do see that potential downtrend here for Luna Classic. We see Bitcoin has room to liquidate up to that $20,000 price range. Also, it could come down as low as 19,700. Generally, it's better to liquidate all the shorts first, because then when you have less buy pressure, it's easy to push back down. So the hard part, it's usually harder to liquidate all the longs and then go up to liquidate shorts. It's a higher success rate for individuals trying to liquidate the shorts first. They take profit, sell, and then wait for the price to come down or start shorting and then liquidate these shorts. More profits to be made that way. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. I'll try to stream regularly this week as well. Definitely don't want to do another all-nighter. I was up over 24 hours the other night trading Luna Classic, and trying to stay away from that type of behavior. It can be very profitable, but it's not good for the sleep schedule. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be in Discord throughout the week as well. Always in Discord for people to message in chat boxes and stuff. Alright guys, peace.